Thank you very much, Tim. I'd like to first of all welcome everyone to the launch of our report and the guidance note. I had the pleasure of working with Tim and Walid Ali and Alicia Politsuk on guidance notes on local content and child safety. And so I will just talk a little bit about that. First, we all know that COVID-19 pandemic has once again reminded us that there is no such thing as one size fits all. And the years of decontextualized development and use of digital technologies in education has really created a big gap and lots of problems during this lockdown period. In many countries, the school closure led to an instant and rapid transition to online teaching without any pedagogical changes or teacher preparation. In several South and Central Asian countries and East African countries where I had the opportunity to work during this pandemic, while many schools could not offer online education for a variety of constraints, when schools were able to begin teaching online, they were faced with the issue of lack of linguistically and culturally appropriate educational material, which is available in digital formats. And so we saw teachers spending many hours hurriedly creating local digital content to sustain a student's interest, to make them contextually relevant for students. We also saw governments relying more on radio and TV-based teaching, which remain rather one-directional didactic. Private sector's companies also started quickly designing local content because it was very clear that there was a big gap in the availability of local content. Teachers who had never taught online needed extensive professional development on operational, but also on pedagogical aspects of online teaching, and appropriate teacher education materials were also missing. And related to this, the other thing that we've noticed is the concerns of digital safety were also brought to the fore due to the increased use of digital technologies by children and by teachers without the knowledge and skills to stay safe online, and also how to cope with negative experiences. Both teachers and children, we have seen examples of how they have been exposed to risks such as bullying, sexual abuse, or hate speech online, and not being able to do anything about it because they didn't have the knowledge and the skills. I also conducted a survey of teachers and school principals in Pakistan, where about 220 out of 220 respondents, only one person, one principal talked about safe online learning environments. And so it is very obvious that even within that sample, a small sample of highly educated, schools from the cities, there was a lack of awareness of digital safety of children. Families, parents, socioeconomic status, we noticed their knowledge, nature of involvement also impacted children's safe use of digital technologies. And so it is within this context that the two guidance notes, which are part of Act 3 of this report, are very important. These guidance notes are intended to be the key things that governments should focus on. And both these guidance notes focus on the whole society approach, as Tim has talked about earlier, and they include all those who are involved in the education system, which includes the officials, the administrators, head teachers, teachers, IT staff, librarians, and also the parents, students, community members. The guidance notes highlight the issues that need to be considered in both of these areas, and some of the main areas where governments and education regulators can act to enhance development and usage of locally and contextually appropriate content, pedagogies, but also ensure digital safety of children and the teachers. So I'd like to invite everyone to read the guidance notes, develop your action plans, and finally, it was an absolute pleasure to work with this global team of experts led by Tim, and I do hope to see guidance notes brought into action by the governments. Thank you.